it is time once again for us and all of you to get off my lawn. Why? Because it's the Dave 101.
It's time for Dave 101.
It's a mess.
That's right, Dave 101 night. You know what? I learned a lot throughout my spaced out radio career because of what I have gone through personally. And anyone who has had an incredible experience really deserves to have their voice heard. Whether it's experiences with ghosts, whether it's experiences with cryptids like Bigfoot or Dogman, or whether it's UFO and alien experiences. We're going to stick with the latter tonight because that is really a topic that is really thrust upon us within this entire genre over the last couple of years, especially what's happening politically with it and with the military. And all of a sudden, all these scientists who are jumping on board wanting to play with the aliens, but hey, it's not really aliens, is it? No, there is a circle of mistrust that is going around between science, ufology, the skeptics, those who believe everything is false. No, we can't trust a person's word because the human memory doesn't remember anything all too well. No. So it was funny because recently on Twitter, somebody pointed a clip of something I said, which was along the lines of, I'm sick of people asking for proof. Where's the proof? Sick of that question. I am sick of that question. Why? Because there is no proof out there. None, zero, nada. If we bring in a video, the skeptics will tear it apart saying it's fake. We bring in a photo, same thing. We put up live video streams in our bedroom to record us being taken. Yeah, that's all fake too. No matter what the experiencer does, the experiencer is going to lose. And the worst part about it is, most experiencers out there are tired of being treated like losers. These are real people, whether they're educated, like Gary Nolan, or whether they are someone who's a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad, and every construction, dental, retail, restaurant job in between, and every career as well. Yes, people around the world from all different races, creeds, sexualities, and financial situations are being taken. See, the aliens don't seem to care whether you're rich or broke, whether you're binary or non-binary, whether you're black, white, red, yellow, bronze, if you tan a lot. Okay? They don't care if you speak Russian or English or Japanese or Cambodian. They don't care. They don't care if you went to Harvard or if you went to community college or you didn't graduate high school at all. They don't care that you put, those things on your teeth like rappers do, or if you have no teeth at all. The aliens don't care. They don't discriminate. Now, a lot of people will say, Dave, show me where the aliens are. Show me, where's your proof? Where's your proof that everything is just like you say it is? Well, I don't have what you want. This is why I always ask the question, what is proof? What is proof? Because if we read certain articles, we're not allowed to believe Lou Elizondo or Chris Mellon or the government. You read other articles, we're not allowed to trust the Black Vault, who does great work, or Stephen Greenstreet, who does great work, even though we question it sometimes. No, there always wants to be these petty Twitter arguments about who's right, who's wrong. And if you don't support what I do, you're racist, you're misogynist. Yeah, we're at that stage now. We're at that stage where UFO Twitter's become very politically diverted. And in my opinion, kind of destroyed. It's not healthy anymore. I stay off of there. I stay away from getting goaded into Twitter fights because it's not worth it. But I have a good closing line. Anybody who kind of comes at me, I'll talk to you. I'll give you my phone number. We can talk. But I'm not doing the online Twitter BS. No way. It's not worth it. Not worth it. Because it seems like every person on Twitter now has their own sanctioned goons who want to come out and give you that aha, gotcha moment. Dave don't play that way. No, he doesn't. Said in third person. But getting back to the experiencer of everything, we've been talking about this for the last couple weeks since Rich Hoffman, scientist with the SCU, advisor to Enigma Labs, was on the air, where he said, we're not ready for people. We don't care about the people. We need the science of it all. That's the only way this thing is going to happen. Tell that to someone whose life has been turned upside down by ET contact. You see, 99% of the people who are studying this have never had to look a gray in the eye and be paralyzed with fear. Alien grays are scary. They're tiny, they're weak, but they are everything about what nightmares are all about. Whether you believe in saying prayers to get rid of them, or whether you black out, or maybe they take you on the ride of a lifetime that lets you see the entire universe, we are all scared of seeing them. We are. We want to make sure that we figure out what is going on with us, because as I've said many times on this show before, there's not an experiencer that I have met that has asked for contact. There's not an experiencer that I have talked to that said, yes, I wanted this. I wanted aliens to take me. I wanted them to cut open my arm. I wanted them to scar me. I wanted to be anal probed, like Whitley Strieber. Not a single one that I've talked to has said they wanted that. Sure, you have ones that said, yeah, man, I wanted to go for a ride, and they took me for a ride. I piloted the ship. What else? What else happened? Problem is, we don't know. And why don't we know? Because they're not allowing us to see it. And to cut out a large portion of your support group and population because you do not believe their story, or you argue about proof, or you argue that they are not important to the scientific realm, means you haven't studied the people at all. Or you're so fickle that you just choose to take the negative side of everything. Laugh at it. Make them feel even worse. Imagine being an ET experiencer and your own community doesn't even support what you're going through because they've drank the Kool-Aid of the government narrative, which, by the way, is confirmation, not disclosure. No, many people are not going to see the light of day because of this. We're pushing experiencers and their great stories back into the closets because they aren't important, according to the scientists. Get out of our way, they're told. Get out of our way. We don't need you. We don't want you. You are just a burden to the real information that we are trying to find. Really? Why are so many scientists then following Chris Bledsoe? Why are so many scientists interested in the downloads people got at the Rendlesham Forest case over in England? What do those mean? So just because somebody who is in their backyard fixing up their boat for a summertime of water skiing gets beamed up by a bolt of light and is downloaded with some binary numbers that they don't understand and strange visions of shapes that they've never seen before, we're supposed to ignore it? According to science, we should. According to the skeptics, it means nothing. It means nothing at all. This is the hard part. Being left to the side as castaways, like the island of misfit toys, when you're the ones who brought the subjects to them. If it wasn't for experiencers out there, how would we have a direction on where to take the science? Where to take the study of it all? We wouldn't. Whether that's Betty and Barney Hill or Travis Walton, or right up to today with John Yost's story, and many others. You see, I find it very interesting when we get these armchair skeptics who are poo-pooing the research of scientists, professional researchers, and everybody in between, that this is all BS. If you don't like it that much and you don't believe it, just leave the community. Why try and tear it down like Lou Elizondo wanted to destroy ufology? The experiencers have enough wars going on with their own family, with their own friends, with their own mental stability, some of them. And now they have to fight their community. They have to fight their scientists. They have to fight the skeptics. They have to fight the people on Twitter because of their political affiliation or because they don't have any proof outside of their story. No, it's an ugly day right now for the experiencer side of this phenomena. And I feel sorry for them. And I'm part of that as an experiencer myself. Whether or not ufology must die, according to Elizondo, we'll have to wait and see. But it sure could use a reshuffling because there's not a lot of positivity in it right now. No, we want to blaspheme people. We want to tear them apart. We want to dox them. Why? Just because they have an interesting story? Look, I'm not saying there's not any creeps or bandits in this field, because there sure as hell are. We've seen it. We've talked about it on this show. And we've seen people and groups try and take over. Most of them have failed. And now we see another run by this group called Enigma. And we'll see where that one goes too. But for the most part, we're all alone as experiencers. It's like being a misfit child, wondering where your parents are because all you need is a hug or some love or told that everything's going to be okay. Right now, the experiencers in the UFO community do not have that. And they're looking for it. And this is why a lot of experiencers that I've talked to and even promoted to them now is to go back to old school ufology. The people who've been doing this 30, 40, 50 years, who know the ins and outs, who know the BS, who know the game plan of the government, which is to take control of this narrative. This is why many people in ufology are starting to stay the hell away from Twitter. Because UFO Twitter is a battleground of destruction. And it's not fun. We as experiencers, though, do need a voice. And whether that's this show or others like it, we got to continue to tell the stories. I know our radio audiences want your stories, experiencers. They do. They want to know what you saw. They want to know how you handled it. They want to hear you in your braveness in something that they cannot comprehend. And they're asking for it. That's why radio stations at night are tuning us in. So my answer to all of you is this. If you're an experiencer, stay strong. If you're a skeptic, keep your mind open. And if you just don't believe, what the hell are you doing here? And that is your Dave 101.